A warm welcome to one and all as you join us for this meeting of two nations who can rightly lay claim to the status of being amongst the 21st century's most formidable international teams. Their first recognised meeting occurred as far back as 1921, and since then, the Iberian Derby has always been a very special occasion. Truly colourful scenes here, apt indeed for one of the most diverse and multicultural cities. That is Amsterdam, and those inside this shimmering arena demand the very best. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. This is always a game of consequence.
Well, I think we know what we're in for, whatever the circumstances that exist when these two meet. Losing really isn't an option, making this another intense, feisty clash, which should keep everyone on edge. The fans are more nervous than the players, to me, confirming an atmosphere of angst. Try telling them there's nothing riding on this.
So we're up and running. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games. He's in a great hit! Superb goal!
Can you think of a better way to have started this game? Talk about how to stamp your authority on things. You've just seen it.
Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
Number 7.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Bruno Fernandes. And Pepe. Nuno Mendes. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nacho. Now Fabian Ruiz. He shifted it to the flank. Pedri.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset. Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
And the counter is on. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, sweet feet. Rafael Leao couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
Portugal suffering an early setback and looking to reel it back in.
Well, I would think, Peter, that this team needs help from the experience within. That should help begin the recovery at least. Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. João Cancelo. And he was quick to react. Vitinha. That's really well manoeuvred.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He could be in here. Now it's Morata. João Cancelo. Rafael Leao. Bruno Fernandes. He's looking to set free a runner, and he's managed to get free. Cleared without hesitation. Pedri. And it's Morata. Rafael Leao.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Bruno Fernandes. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. So nearly the perfect ball. That is a brilliant interception. Now the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Carvajal got a long way forward to join the attack. Bruno Fernandes. Played out to the left flank.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Bruno Fernandes! Bruno Fernandes! Oh, denied brilliantly!
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Bruno Fernandes! Bruno Fernandes! Couldn't squeeze it through. Vitinha. Driving through the middle. Rodri did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Pedri. That's a nicely weighted pass. Pedri. That's a shade optimistic.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Bruno Fernandes. Here's Vitinha. Now it's Bernardo Silva. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Rafael Leao, and that has left him in a heap. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and well, there was a genuine flow about the game. Most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Well, it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz. Morata looking to add to his goal. Yamal. Now Fabian Ruiz. In with the challenge. Now it's Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao. He's picked his way through. Rafael Leao! There's a goal! Portugal are level. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Goal scorer for Portugal after 52 minutes is number 17, Relentless.
Portugal grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
That's been cut out, well played. Carvajal. Nacho. And Carvajal. Nacho. And Lenormand. Pedri. Looking here to chip it through. Nuno Mendes.
Portugal have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Nuno Mendes. Ruben Dias. And Dalot. Diogo Dalot making good progress on the right-hand side. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Nacho did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that's been won straight back. Portugal finding their passes.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders...
Real chance! Goal! Portugal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
The goal scorer for Portugal after 65 minutes is number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Substitution for Spain, number 19.
Portugal get themselves into the lead.
Coming on to
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair. That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
He's in a good position here. Portugal perhaps contemplating their next change here. A real chance to break. Now it's Dani Olmo. Jota. Bruno Fernandes. Rodri. And here's Dani Olmo. Pedri. No outsmarting him this time. Ruben Dias. And Dalot. Diogo Dalot carries the ball down the right. Bruno Fernandes. Lovely feet. Bruno Fernandes! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! About as smooth as it gets. And this is getting better and better. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
I just think that's a good example of how you take advantage of a lapse in concentration. He was on the prowl, hungry, looking for any scraps that came his way, and he certainly gobbled up the chance, took it really well.
Substitution for Spain, number 7.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
17.
Portugal go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Portugal have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Threads one in. Lenormand spots it and intercepts. Oh, they could break here. Chooses to go crossfield. Now it's Ferran Torres. Cucurella gets into some space. Promising. Goes in for the header! Yes, it's in! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. What a great header, got plenty on that.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
The goal scorer for Spain.
Portugal making consecutive changes here. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Well, I'm not sure this is one for protecting the lead, Peter. The manager seems to be telling him to keenly press from the front.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes! And he hits the net!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
The goal scorer for Portugal after 87 minutes is number 8, Bruno Fernandes.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Looking for the run. Hits one! Goal! Spain! And what a climax we have here!
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Spain give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
6 added added minutes has been
And here's
indicated.
Ramos. Nicely weighted ball, and that is expertly dealt with. And it's Cancelo. Goes to finish! Oh, good-looking ball. Picked out brilliantly. Gonzalo Ramos! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Portugal really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
Fabian Ruiz. Oh, there's a probing ball. Dani Olmo. Carvajal. Can he get it through? And there goes the final whistle. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Bruno Fernandes picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. The end of the game. Reflections?
Portugal really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
Please report to the staff room
So
immediately.
thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.